Hello, today we're going to be talking about the physical symptoms of a blocked heart chakra. And so this video is for two sets of people, those who are perhaps starting on their journey to understand how energy works through our system and how we can manipulate energy to be able to create in the world to improve our lives and to improve the lives of others. But also for those of you who are aromatherapists, I'll be talking about essential oils that can support the different symptoms as we go, and hopefully this will help you to maybe reverse engineer some of the things that are going on with your clients. So this is quite a long video because we will be talking about the physical effects, the emotional effects, the mental effects, but also not just on an interpersonal situation, but also communal aspects of the heart chakra too. And as we go, I will talk about different essential oils, and every now and then I'll stop and put a slide on so that you can screenshot it and get the safety and maximum dilutions for the essential oils that I'm talking about. So without further ado, let's start. So the first thing that I want to say is that none of the information on this video is intended as medical advice. As aromatherapists, we cannot diagnose, and neither can we claim to treat any situations. So if there are any physical manifestations here that you think need to be checked out by a doctor, please heed your internal voice and go and get medical advice. So the first thing to say is maybe you don't know what the chakras are, so let's start with that. The chakras are wheels of energy that open and close in a clockwise direction. They run up and down the spine, and we work classically with 7 chakras, but actually if you go back to the tantric traditions, there are many different versions of this and different energy pockets all around the body. But for these main ones, what we want is for these chakras to be in line with the spine, and also to be vitalizing the physical body with messages that come through from the emotional bodies. So the chakras go through the etheric bodies, the aura. So 7 layers, there's 7 different layers, so they come through the etheric bodies into and permeating through the physical body, out through the back, hopefully going through the spine, although they do move if you're not careful, hopefully going through the spine and coming out the back and out through the etheric bodies. And when you see them, you'll see that they kind of come out like cones, like that. And the different chakras tend to relate to different etheric bodies. So if we think about the 7 layers of the aura, going out from the beginning, we'll have the first etheric body is the physical body. So we'll obviously see things happening in the chakra close to the physical body. The second body is the body of will, the third is the mental body, and the fourth is the emotional body. So when we're working with the heart chakra, we will expect to see things playing out in the first etheric body, in the physical body, but also in the fourth etheric body, and also 5th, 6th and 7th, which are more spiritual ones, and we'll get into on other videos. So what we're aiming for is for the chakra to be opening and closing regularly and effectively. Now, we'll often talk about blocked chakras, but we'll also talk about heart chakra opening. And the heart chakra opening is slightly different to what I'm talking about. On a day-to-day basis, we want it to be working almost like a magic portal that kind of opens and closes and opens and closes and opens and closes. Certainly, we can have balances or imbalances where the chakra will be blocked, or conversely, the chakra might be completely wide open and not closing, and if you think about it, leaking enormous amounts of energy out into the world. So what we want to do is to balance this chakra so that on a day-to-day basis it's opening and closing and opening and closing. However, when we're also working with spiritual practice and we're looking to actually grow the energy of this center, we want to be able to go, it's open, and I want to open it even more, so that we're really projecting out that energy into the universe. But also then we want to be able to say, but we want to close it, and then we want it to open and close. So it's almost like, I think of it like a lotus blossom, and it comes and it closes down and it opens and it closes down. But if we want to, we can open it and open it even more. But in this video, what we're talking about is it being blocked, it being shut. And I will also talk about it being overly open, because I don't think people think enough about that. And particularly with the heart chakra, that can be problematic. So if we first of all think about what balance would look like. Balance looks like healthy circulation, healthy heart, healthy discourse of love, that we are open to love and that we are open to people loving us and we're able to receive love. And that's so easy to say, but as we get older and we experience trauma and grief and loss, that obviously affects the chakra and how it wants to work. If we're thinking about it being overly open, we can often be these people that just give way too much, so exhausting. Particularly, I can give an example that I have been caring for my husband who has had cancer, and it would be wrong for me to say I have to give less, right? So all of my energy for 18 months has just been poured on to my husband and my son, getting them through this. And so my heart chakra was way open, and in a way that was correct. But when we've come to the end of it, now I need to go, but that's not balance. You can't just be sending out caring energy into the universe all of the time. You've got to be in a situation where you let people love you back. So open, it can be that way. It can also be crying and crying and crying and crying, can really open it too far. But blocked would be, I have been betrayed. I don't trust you. I'm frightened to be loved. I'm frightened of people touching me. The world has just done something to me that I've pulled my etheric bodies in, and now this is so tight, it cannot vitalize the physical body. I cannot have emotional and mental flow in the way that I want. So let's put a slide up for you to screenshot, and with a synopsis of that, and then we'll go into physical.